Hello. There we go. Let's go. I like that one better. Listen. I'm here. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. Best I can with what I got today, y'all. Best I can with what I got. Oh, I got my door all open. I normally have it closed. Hold on. I put too much milk in my chai. I put way too much milk in my chai. Now I got milky chai. This light is so bright right now. Where's my sunglasses? I have so many of them. Here I am. I'm about to get up again. What I really need to get is my what are those glasses called, y'all? My this will work. I need to find my blue light glasses. Oh, yes, that's a lot better. The light is so bright. Now everything is orange. These are not really clean. What's up? The light is bright, so I put this on. Hello. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. I'm here today with my very cool glasses, and you can see my very bright ring light in the reflection of my glasses. Oh, they're not clean enough, and I can see it. I just grabbed them off the wall. What's that? What notification did I just receive? Nope. Nothing. Nothing that I need to look at. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor Said. We are reading Mother Hunger by Kelly McDaniel. I'm sorry I'm running late. I'm tired. I'm really sleepy. That's why I ain't got nothing. I have on a hoodie and sweats today. I ain't even got no hair product in my hair. It's just afro. Welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor Said. Y'all are getting the best I can on what I got today. That's what y'all getting today. I made myself some chai. I put way too much milk in. It's so bright. My partner was just like, your chai is so bright. It is. It is very bright. There's also a stick of cinnamon in there. See, it's right there. So tasty. Like magic, yeah. That song is stuck in my head right now. I ain't even listened to it. Y'all, I think I'm gonna have to get like real glasses. My vision is starting to, I'm getting a little old. I think I'm gonna have to get real glasses. Anyway, welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor Said. I also have water. That's really good. Oh, I can still read with these on. Perfecto. I really should wipe them off though, like with something. It's very fun to wear these. Anyway, welcome to Reading what Miss Taylor Said. My name is Taylor, also known as Miss Taylor Said, and I started this show back in 2020 in an effort to accomplish a few things. One of those things being, I want to actually read all of the books that I own. I have a lot of books. I haven't read them all. I'd like to read them all. Second thing I'd like to achieve, well, I can never remember what the second and third thing are anymore. The second thing is something like wanting to engage with an audience more, and 2020 with the quarantine gave me an opportunity to do that digitally. And then the other thing is that I want to do public speaking in my career, or later on in life. I want to do more public speaking and things like that. And it's going to require that I read speeches, teleprompters, and all kinds of things. So I like practicing reading aloud in front of an audience. And that's why I started reading what Miss Taylor said. I appreciate you being here. Although, there's no one on Instagram right now. And that's okay. And I don't know. I can't really tell if there's anybody over here on Facebook. If there is anybody on Facebook, it's probably Sarante, if I'm being honest. Either way, I appreciate y'all being here, whether you're watching on the playback or you pop in. Today, we're reading Mother Hunger by Kelly McDaniel. My glasses are dirty. I can't do that. Give me something to wipe these bad boys off with. I need something. Anything at all. There's been a lot of, if you are on Twitter in any capacity, there's been a lot of stuff going on Twitter, especially in the spiritual community. And it is not fun. And it is, not that spirituality is supposed to just be fun or anything like that, but it's been heavy. Let me just put it like that. It's been heavy. And so, I'm just here, physically present, if anybody's trying to watch the show. Let me share the show. Oh yes, that's a lot better. I can see a lot better. Hello. I look ridiculous right now, but I'm wearing these big ass shades because my ring light's kind of bright. And instead of turning it down, don't want to kill the lighting, I'm just blocking my eyes from it. Anyway, welcome in. I just did my whole intro, so I'm actually about to get into the book. I don't know if you heard, but about what happened over in the spiritual community over on Twitter. But my energy's not really high today, and it's not specifically because of that, but it's like that's one thing, I'm just kind of here in a hoodie, hair washed, no products, just got my incense burning because need that good old cleansing. It's still all gray outside and stuff. Excuse me. Brighter days are ahead. We entered a new world this week. It takes time. But I'm going to start reading. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm going to be right up here with it. Let me take these off. I can't see. So the last thing that we left off on was epigenetic influences, and that's basically it's the modification of gene expression rather than a change in the actual genetic code. Diet, culture, and lifestyle can alter gene expression. Gene alterations pass from mother to daughter to granddaughter and adapt to the environment. So basically saying that the traumas of our mamas, welcome to reading what Miss Taylor said, the traumas of our mamas is something that can be coded within us. That's what that's saying, basically. But the next section we are going into, sorry if I sound super dry. I don't have it in me to be all performy today. I'm just here to read the book because I told y'all I was going to do it. Okay? The next section is called Nighttime Parenting. The next section is called Nighttime Parenting. Mothers crave for a reason. Crave for a reason. Okay. Mothers crave their babies for a reason. Closeness ensures the best chance of infant survival. This is our mammal brain and body in action. Babies who don't get enough time with their primary caregiver are vulnerable. In the succinct words of Erica Commissar, our denial of the very specific and special physical and emotional role of a mother and her child, particularly in our attempt to be modern, is not in the best interest of children and their needs. Oh yeah, I just need to see something real quick. It's a sweatshirt. Oh, thank you, Sarante. I'm going to keep going. Thank you for that comment, because I was really about to contemplate getting up out of here because I am not feeling it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you saying something. Okay. It is a sweatshirt episode, and it's episode 88. That is so close to 100. We're so close to 100 episodes. Oh my gosh. By the time I finish school, we're going to be at 100 episodes. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Mothers crave their babies for a reason. Closeness ensures the best chance of infant survival. This is our mammal brain and body in action. Babies who don't get enough time with their primary caregiver are vulnerable. In the succinct words of Erica Commissar, our denial of the very specific and special physical and emotional role of a mother and her child, particularly in our attempt to be modern, is not in the best interest of children and their needs. Mothers are bombarded with misguided advice about infant and young children's needs, especially sleep. For an infant or toddler, falling asleep is a moment of separation and must be understood this way. Infants have not changed since we were hunting and gathering, but our modern world somehow expects babies to sleep alone in cribs for extended hours. Only recently, the science that supports keeping mom and baby close during sleep is gaining recognition. Only recently, the science that supports keeping mom and baby close during sleep is gaining recognition. We are learning or relearning about infant sleep and how normal it is for babies to wake frequently. They are designed to feel the nearness of the mother's body in order to feel calm and avoid unnecessary hormones that the body releases when it senses danger. Breastfed babies benefit from frequent feedings throughout the night, so the closer they are to mom, the easier it is for both. To a baby, separation from the mother's body means danger. Too many parents don't realize how damaging hours of separation can be for dependent newborns. Erica Commissar explains in detail the benefits for both mother and child to sleep close to one another, in the same room or bed, within sensory recognition of each other, for up to 6 months or a year. Commissar says that nighttime security is even more important than daytime security, especially when a mother has been gone all day. In his book, Nighttime Parenting, Dr. William Sears explains how and why babies sleep differently than adults. Little ones are designed for survival, so they wake easily to co-regulate themselves with their mother. Sears explains that infants who wake up alone feel startled as they search for their mother. Increased adrenaline and heart rate lead to crying and difficulty going back to sleep. Sears explains that infants who co-sleep rarely cry during the night and have less nighttime anxiety. As adults, they experience fewer sleep disturbances than adults who slept alone as infants. With the exception of children whose caregivers abuse alcohol and nicotine, babies build a robust physiology through closeness with their parents during the night. For example, since newborns cannot regulate their own body temperature, babies who co-sleep have more stable body temperatures. Additionally, carbon dioxide exhaled by the parents stimulates a baby's breathing patterns, and infants sleeping near their mothers have fewer pauses in breathing compared to babies who sleep alone. Both Dr. James McKenna, infant sleep researcher at Notre Dame, and author of Safe Infant Sleep, Expert Answers to Your Co-Sleeping Questions, and Dr. Sears point to low incidence of sudden infant death syndrome in countries where co-sleeping is the norm. Dr. McKenna points to 45 to 60 million years of primate evolution and suggests that current Euro-American infant care practices and our infants' ability to accommodate these practices suggests that we are pushing infant adaptability and indeed maternal adaptability too far, with deleterious consequences for short-term survival and long-term health. Deleterious. And it was weird because it's separated, it's hyphenated, so it's like one half of the word is on one line, the other half is on the other line, and the part that's on the top line looks like delete, so it's delete hyphen Rius. And I had to figure that one out. So co-sleeping is a great thing, actually. Did not know that. I mean, I knew that. It makes sense. But especially with everything that we've been reading, co-sleeping as a practice makes total sense. And I noticed that even in children I've seen that co-sleep, they have closer relationships with their moms than those of us that did not. Let's see. Dr. McKenna explains that recommendations from authorities who claim that co-sleeping is unsafe are based on the few parents who irresponsibly handle nighttime care for their babies. This is like saying that because a few people can't manage their credit cards, no one should be allowed to have a credit card. In his opinion, committed, careful parents are disregarded when sleep recommendations are made. Dr. McKenna's guidelines state that room sharing can be a safe, simple form of co-sleeping because primary caregiver and baby stay within sensory range of each other. This form of co-sleeping is safe for all families and would be, in my mind, the preferred and default sleeping arrangement, especially for non-breastfeeding infants. Clearly, the physical and social conditions surrounding infants and caregivers determines how risky or beneficial co-sleeping is and what kind of co-sleeping to try. Emphasis on try because learning how everyone gets a good night's sleep is a process that takes creativity and experimentation. Many experts agree that sharing sleep space benefits the bonding process, which could explain why Dr. Sears has found that parents who embrace nighttime parenting create children with higher self-esteem, less anxiety, ease with affection, and increased independence. Dang. I'm not even going to get into it. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Y'all already know, and it's about capitalism. Y'all already know. I ain't even going to go into it. Yep, I'm not even going to go into it. Let's go to the next part. Oh, we're getting so close to the end of this chapter. Oh, yes. All right. Birth is the next section. Childbirth is a profound experience for a woman, opening a psychic portal into deeper parts of herself. If her own early experiences with her biological mother were positive, feelings of joy... Excuse me. How am I ever going to be on TV on it like that whenever I read? Feelings of joy may flood her body and brain as she brings forth new life. She is psychologically and biologically ready for bonding. Just the opposite may happen for a woman who experiences inadequate or harmful early care. When a woman gives birth, the amygdala, the brain area responsible for regulating fear response and stress, naturally lights up. It comes online and stays online to keep a mother alert for her baby's needs. For women with untreated mother hunger who are already overly alert, this increased amygdala response can set off a cascade of panic during the early bonding months, severely compromising maternal mental health. Vulnerable and raw, these women tend toward elevated sensations of loneliness. Okay, let's go back. For women with untreated mother hunger, because I'm not picking up on this. For women with untreated mother hunger who are already overly alert, this increased amygdala response can set off a cascade of panic during the early bonding months, severely compromising maternal mental health. Vulnerable and raw, these women tend towards elevated sensations of loneliness, despair, and boredom in the early days with their newborns. Dark emotions and hypervigilance interfere with bonding and unveil the story of a mother's own early moments in life. Childbirth itself can be traumatic for mothers and babies. In hospitals, nurturance may get derailed by a medical emergency that requires early separation between mother and baby. Feeding difficulties are likely when this happens, and that adds stress to an already vulnerable time. A detailed exploration of birth trauma is beyond the scope of our conversation, but I will note that postpartum distress intensifies when birth and delivery are traumatic. Additionally, postpartum distress can escalate when a new mother is estranged. I'm so sorry, y'all. Right. Postpartum distress can escalate when a new mother is estranged from her own mother or has a mother who is unsupportive or no longer living. In these cases, the most important source of comfort during this rite of passage is lost. In my opinion, unidentified and untreated mother hunger may be a leading cause of postpartum depression and anxiety. That is a bold statement. That is a bold statement. I think lack of support, I think mother hunger can be a huge contributing factor. I think it also deals with lack of support. And let's not forget the intense chemical changes that are happening. You are flushed with hormones. There's so many hormones going through your body at that time. Yeah. Especially if you already deal with depression. Yeah. Yeah. There's so much happening. So I think that mother hunger can definitely contribute to it and be a huge playing factor for a specific individual. I would not make a general, broad stroke statement like it is the leading cause. But she said maybe the leading cause. I don't know. Separation. Yeah. There's a really great documentary called When the Bow Breaks about postpartum depression. I highly recommend everybody watch that. I feel like that is something that everybody, especially anybody that is considering procreating, needs to watch When the Bow Breaks so that they know what to look out for. Separation. During the 3 months following pregnancy, mothers experience intense emotions that come with lactation, recovery from childbirth, and all of the many changes of motherhood. One of the best remedies for maternal anxiety and distress during this time is physical proximity with her infant. Close skin-to-skin contact boosts hormones that soothe and regulate both mom and baby, buffering their anxiety and stress. Mothers separated from their infants miss out on critical skin contact that increases milk supply and promotes relaxation. Extra care and support are essential for both babies and mothers during this time so that they can spend as much time together as possible. The competing needs of other children, financial pressures, work schedules, medical emergencies, and unsupportive partners may require too much separation between a mother and her newborn, interfering with early bonding and ongoing attachment needs and creating lifelong physical and psychological consequences for both. What constitutes too much separation? Erica Commissar had interesting insights about mother-infant separation. She said, "The most painful times for young children are the comings and goings of their mothers. Babies need security, consistency, and predictability from their mothers, especially during times of transition, such as waking up, going down for and waking up from a nap, moving to and from daycare or preschool, and switching from playtime to bath time, from bath time to dinner time, and from dinner time to bedtime. The dominant culture," that was the end of what she said. "The dominant culture assigns a higher value to work outside the home than to mothering, leaving women torn when it comes to how best to have both. It's not uncommon for mothers to feel confused about priorities, how to manage time away from their children, and even how to make their children proud. This is completely understandable, but it's important to keep the early years out of this thought process. Little ones just want their mother's presence. They don't care about her resume." It's safe to say that separations that regularly create infant distress are problematic. Nothing prepares an infant for the isolation of a crib when she's used to the sound of her mother's heartbeat. Babies don't understand that mom needs to go on a business trip or that she promised dad a date night. When a baby is separated from her mother for too long, unless there is a nurturing, familiar caregiver to take her place, the primitive brain registers a threat, and the infant brain learns from what it feels. A baby without her mother may feel a threatening loss that jumpstarts her nervous system by releasing adrenaline. Crying, shaking, or screaming are signs of a distressed baby with too much adrenaline in her system. This is an infant in fight or flight state. Fight or flight hormones are not meant for babies, but extended separations from familiar arms will initiate these powerful neurochemicals. It is a travesty of medicine that some experts warn parents that crying babies are being manipulative, which is crazy. Ignorance like this may account for the widespread number of adults with insecure attachment. The most natural way that we humans calm down our distress is by being touched, hugged, and rocked. This makes us feel intact, safe, protected, and in charge. Encouraging parents to leave babies and children alone to self-soothe defies nature's design. We are created for connection. Self-soothing is an advanced skill that comes later and flows naturally after bonding is secure. When mothers and caregivers embrace the power of nurturance and the essential timing of the early years, their emotional and physical presence builds secure attachment and fills the space where mother hunger might grow. So the next part, if you can see, is in this gray box. I'm not really sure what it's going to be, but yeah, hugs are, honestly, that is the thing that calms my nervous system down the most, is receiving a hug from somebody I want to hug. Like hugging my partner is like medicine. It is like medicine. Hugging him is like medicine, for real, because I know I'm safe. That's first of all. I know that I'm 100% safe with this person. Like, I have never, ever feared, like, I have never worried about my safety when it comes to him. And this is before we were even, like, a couple. We, like, from the moment that I spent time with him for the first time, I felt safe. So getting a hug from him feels like medicine. You know, I mean, hugging other people can feel good or whatever, and it can kind of be like a snack instead of a meal, you know, but getting a hug and a warm, loving embrace from somebody that you truly feel safe with is just chef's kiss. Okay. I don't know if this is a meditation, but we're going to find out. Reclaiming nurturance is what it's called. You can start healing touch deprivation anytime you're ready. Imagine the way you would have liked your mother to touch you as a child. Would she stroke your hair? Maybe scratch your back? Maybe you would have liked her to sit quietly near your feet or by your side. You can practice warm self-touch to soothe and reclaim lost maternal nurturance. I find Reiki useful to start with, especially when you aren't sure about doing something like this. If your own touch is overstimulating, try gentle movement with a lightweight scalp massager or a dry brush until you feel more comfortable with regular self-nurturance. Here's a Reiki practice to try at night when you get in bed or when you have time and space that feels safe. To begin, sit or lie down and rub your hands together until you feel the warmth that comes from the energy inside you. Wait for a tingling sensation. When you have it, place both hands at the crown of your head, lightly hovering over or touching your skull. Wait there while the tingling falls like rain over your head. Enjoy the sensation. Notice the warmth at the crown of your head. When the warmth in your hand cools, rub them together again and hover your palms over your closed eyes. With your hands lightly touching each other, place one hand over each eye. Feel the warmth. Is it stronger than at the crown of your head, or less so? When the energy cools, move on to the neck and throat area. Notice how your neck responds to the warmth of your hands. Do you feel any emotions bubbling up? It can feel awkward to not know exactly where to place your hands. Don't worry, this is a practice. It doesn't need to be perfect. If you are a visual learner, there is a helpful diagram put out on the Cleveland Clinic illustrating the sequence of Reiki positions. You can continue down your spine, laying your hands over your abdomen, then your pelvis, noticing the emotions that come from each chakra as you pay attention to yourself. You may want to cry. You might feel calm. You may fall asleep before you finish. Notice if you get irritated or bored with this exercise. Collect the information. Keep trying self-touch in small doses when you can. With time and practice, you can change your body's responses to touch and reduce your cravings for unhealthy substitutes. Aww. That's so nice. If your mama would rub your head, That's so nice. I can't really think of any loving touches I used to get from my mom. I used to, rub her back, scratch her back. But I don't really remember. No. I don't really remember any that I got from her. That is the end of the chapter. I don't really have a lot of commentary on what was read. I definitely think it would be beneficial to come back to this video and listen to that Reiki part and give it a try. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you being here, Sorante. I am going to go ahead and go. I will be back next Thursday, the 18th. I always have to look at the calendar for the date. Next Thursday, 18th, around 4 o'clock. Hopefully it'll feel more like a put on a cool outfit day than a sweatshirt day. I'm tired from clinic. I'll be honest with you. If y'all look on, if you're friends with me on my personal Facebook, you would have seen it, but I did clinic where we massaged the public and everything like that, and it went really, really well, and I did really, 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 really well, but my body is tired now, and I am tired, and that was after, multiple weeks of not massaging anybody, so I'm just a little tired, and I start my last mod on Monday, so this is the last semester, and then I'm done in July, and then I'm off to go get licensed. So I am excited to complete my program. Everything as far as school is paid for, so unless I have to buy a cap and gown, everything school related, I believe, is paid for, and I'm very thankful. I've never paid for school out of pocket, and so I paid for a good amount of it out of pocket. I had a little bit of help from the school, but the majority of it was paid out of pocket from a combination of me, my partner, some followers, and a little bit of money from the school. So I'm grateful. I appreciate y'all being here. It's a cloudy day, so, you know, go get you some rest, drink some hot tea, get under a blanket or something. I'll holler at y'all later. What is that? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Y'all like my afro? Like, you see it? You see it? I don't even know what's happening back here. I really don't know what it looks like back here. So if it looks crazy, we just gonna go with it. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Have a great night. Bye. Oh, let me do this. So there's a thing, you know? Okay. Anyway. See y'all.